Deep in the shadows, I know it's hard to put one foot in front of the other.
Hello Aries, today I'll be doing your November 2020 reading. I will go ahead and start by pulling an animal card for the overall energy. I ask the angels and guides and spirit to please help connect me to Aries energy. Okay, so your card for this month is the Otter. So the Otter is all about being playful and creating. So what you're going to be doing this month is really coming out of this contemplation that you've been undergoing for the past couple of months. So what are you trying to heal? In other words, you're going to be picking yourself up. Okay. And so what you are going to be healing is lust. So what this is going to mean is instead of acting off of lust, you are going to find a more genuine expression that is in line with the Otter. Okay, are you ready for your overall Celtic cross reading? Let's get into it. So I am new here on YouTube. I've been reading cards for a very long time. I developed the habit when I was 15, and I just always found tarot as a good source. So anyway, I'm going to do a Celtic cross for you and see where our energies align with Aries. I also have an Aries moon, and so I oftentimes find that my Aries moon is very strong, stronger than my sun sign. Which is Pisces. So I remember reading once that if you have an Aries moon, it does not matter what placement you have in your sun, the Aries will always dominate and be strong. So I do find that I have a connection to that energy pretty greatly. So Aries. So for the month of November, we are coming out of a retrograde, which is a good thing. Thank you, Spirit and Guides, for guiding me to the correct cards and the correct information that needs to be said for my Aries friends. Thank you, guides. Thank you, guides. Thank you, guides. Okay, that's what we're going to do. All right. So As your base card, your root of the issue, you have the Two of Wands. As your crossing card, you have the Three of Swords. As your beneath, root, filling, and issue, you have the Seven of Pentacles. In your past position, you have the Two of Cups. In your present position, you have the Seven of Fire. Or the Seven of Wands. In your future position, you have the King of Pentacles. Okay. How you view yourself, you have the Tower. Your environment, you have Death. Your hopes and fears, you have Four of Pentacles. And your outcome, you have Lovers. All right. Okay, Aries. So what I'm seeing is that you are coming out of this phase, this transition, where you have done a lot of thinking and a lot of waiting almost, and have maybe gone through some pain where that sort of maybe infatuation or lust type of feeling needed to be resolved. And so now that you've really undergone this transformation, you are coming into a place where you can be successful and evolve. So as your base energy, we have the Two of Fire, which is the Two of Wands, and the Three of Swords. So like this. We'll go ahead and do that. So this is really interesting because what it's telling me is that at the very core of your reading, you are looking out a window and there isn't much attachment here. There's a sense of distance and a sense of waiting. There's a sense of knowing the things that you've been through and knowing that these things maybe have not been the best sort of things that a person goes through, but you had to go through these things to learn a lesson about how to pursue your life path and purpose more genuinely. So there was some issue in the past where you were not pursuing or expressing yourself as wholesomely and genuinely and authentically as you could. And so right here we have this Three of Swords energy where you are going forward onto this path, and it is one that is based on heartache and pain that you have learned, and you don't want to make the same mistake again. So in your beneath energy, we have the Seven of Pentacles. So this is your underlying energy. And there has been this sense of transformation and waiting, almost like striking while the iron is hot, not wanting to strike while the iron is not hot, not wanting to take action prematurely. You have gone through this incubation period, which has been painful, but it has been very beautiful at the same time. So this embodiment of being within and behind, almost like behind the scenes, and this root, this tree, this ground, you have found something that has grounded you. And I'm really noticing this tree right here. I've never really paid attention to it before until this reading, which is pretty fabulous. But it's really beautiful because you have waited and you're coming to this transition period and phase. So in your past, you have the Two of Cups. Okay, so there's some issue that has gone on in the past, some sort of partnership that has caused you, and I'm getting chills when I say this, like seriously, that has caused you this reflection that you are going through. And I'm going to say that again. There has been some type of partnership in the past that has caused you to reflect and have this transformation, and you have developed a sense of inner awareness and attunement of what you have gone through. So it was a real shakeup, and now in your present state you have the Seven of Wands. So this is pretty incredible because based on the other cards that are coming up, I can't get a better context of what this one means. And what I'm getting is you are in a certain type of position. You are really in this position, like literally. You're not in this waiting phase anymore. You have done the work, and now there are things happening. There are things going on, and there's something happening where you are still trying to balance these energies and these emotions that have come up in the past few months or past few weeks, whatever your timeline is. I'm gonna say a couple months at least. This has been going on, and it's almost like there's this battle, like, should I go through with it? Should I trust it? Do I, like, what does it all mean? And so there might even be some skepticism. And so what we're having in your immediate future is the King of Pentacles. So there's something very beautiful happening here. There's some stability, some sense of stability happening here. It's really, really awesome and amazing. So this could have to do with something in the past, or something new, but whatever it is, you are going to be rewarded greatly for your sacrifice and for your weight. Like, you are seriously going to be rewarded this month in November with something that's going to make you really happy. And again, I've never really looked at this path right here. If you see this path, but this path for this reading, you have gone down. You have gone down this path to get here. To be like, you know, I'm going to sit right here and I'm going to be grounded and I'm going to be content and stable and peaceful. Something's coming into your life, okay? And so, how you view yourself, we have the Tower. And what this is telling me is that you know you have been through some stuff, but you're also aware of it in this position. You are aware that you have been through some stuff. And it could have been based on lustful energies that are not necessarily concerning lust in the superficial way of what everybody says lust is, but more of, like I said earlier, something that is more like less authentic. And then in your environment, oh my gosh, we have a death. There's a major transformation happening with you. And there's something going on that is, and this could even be just overall within yourself, but there's something about the way that you're perceiving things that is really painful, but you're transforming and things are coming to light, to the surface rather. You have the world in your hands, as the Two of Wands in the base position represents in the Rider-Waite tarot deck, the original. He has the world in his hands, and so do you. And in your hopes and fears position, we have the Four of Pentacles. So there is a fear of letting go. There's a fear because you have been hurt in this situation, and maybe your judgment has not been the best that it should have been. And so there's this sense of not wanting to let go. But then there's this other sense of like wanting to hold on to like your sense of dignity, your sense of self. And it's scary to think about letting go, because what if you lose what you have learned? But sometimes you just have to, and just so you know, that's the card where the guy is holding all the Four Pentacles and he's just like holding on to them really tight. And so sometimes you just have to let go and know and trust that you will be okay, because what you have learned has been assimilated in your consciousness. And as your final card, you have the Lovers. So this is pretty amazing. So whatever ends up happening is going to be very beautiful this month, and you are ready. Like, you have ripened. You're coming to a place where you have ripened, and really there are only good things in store for you this month. So I'm going to clarify a little bit all of the gate cards. And a gate card is one where in their original rendition, the character is standing on a gray cement block. So that would be like the Four of Pentacles. He's sitting down, but there's actually a path right in front of him. So that means that there's an opening for clarification there. What does it mean? Nine of Wands is another one. So I'm going to go through these and let's see. So we have the Two of Fire. So I don't think that needs to be clarified. I don't think your past situation needs to be clarified. Your present situation might need to be clarified. Your immediate future, I don't know if I should clarify that. We'll see. We're not going to clarify how you perceive yourself. I kind of want to clarify death as your environment. And your hopes and fears, we're definitely going to clarify Four of Earth. And I think Lovers as your outcome is just perfect. So first, I'm going to actually clarify your present position as Seven of Wands. Oh, wow. Okay. So you have the Four of Wands, which is the home card. Okay? So what this tarot reading is telling me is things are going to end up good in the end with your concern or your situation, but there's some sort of transformation happening with the Seven of Fire as the one that's being clarified. And with this struggle that's going on, I really see this struggle with wanting to trust your concern right now. The concern that you're having, you're really skeptical of trusting its stability. But what I'm going to tell you is it's okay to trust it. It might seem like a really skeptical situation because you have been hurt and you've gone through some stuff. But I honestly would say to trust it because the clarification is so positive. And your near future card is really, really grounded, which coincides with this card being grounded as well. The next one we're going to clarify is how you see yourself. So how you see yourself is, or not how you see yourself, but we're going to clarify your hopes and fears. Okay? Okay. So yes, your hopes and fears is very, very interesting because, like I was saying, you have this fear of surrendering and just letting go. And letting go and having love. But something's going to prove itself to you where you're going to feel like a really strong sense of this pull of whatever the situation is going to eventually rain down on you. And you're going to go, oh, okay, it's okay. It's okay to love. It's okay to love. And you really deserve it. I mean, it's quite a shame that this all had to happen to you. And, but you needed to go into this reflection to find a more genuine sense of self. And so I'm going to just look at the bottom of the deck. And we have the Three of Fire, okay? So the Three of Fire, or the Three of Wands, is really miraculous in this reading. It comes right after the Two of Fire, which is the base of your reading. And what this is going to represent is this overall journey of you waiting for your ships to come in. You're waiting for your ships to come in, okay? So whether this is regarding a love relationship, whether this is regarding finances, or whether this is regarding health or some other situation, you've been waiting and your ships have come in. And this is pretty amazing because you've done the work. And what the Otter's message is to really just open up to the process and allow yourself to trust. I know this is a really bad analogy, so please don't judge me for it. If you've ever seen the show The Bachelor or The Bachelorette, a lot of times in when they start getting toward like the last 5 or 6 people, whoever the main contestant is they're like, well, I don't know if I could trust again. I don't know if I could love again. I just don't know. And everybody's afraid to trust and love. Everyone's afraid to open their arms and their heart and just trust in the process. It's hard because you have to commit, and there's fear of vulnerability and allowing somebody else to love you, but there's something amazing going on. And if this is what you want, then you're going to have to put in the work. But it'll be worth it. And so what the otter is telling you is to take a playful approach this month while all these serious and contemplative things have gone on. So you could really succeed in your overall endeavor and approach. So Aries, I wish you well, and I thank you for sharing this reading with me and your energy. If you have enjoyed this video, please subscribe. I am new here and I am trying to grow, and I promise you I will put effort into all of your readings, and I look forward to doing your next one. Bye.